Hi everyone, in today's video I'm going to be talking about how much I spend in a day living in Portugal. Bear in mind that I live in the Algarve and this is based on what I buy. So the first thing we're going to be doing is going to get a coffee at Tivoli here in Vilamoura by the marina. There's also a parking fee that is charged on the street outside Tivoli, so we'll go into that as well. And we're going to get a cafe latte as well as get a few groceries for the week, and later on we're going to have dinner at Mara Shopping. We're probably going to get a burger at this really good burger place, Tower Burger, as well as watch a movie. So I'll give you guys a rough idea of how much I spend in the day. This is not necessarily going to be your experience. A lot of people think it's really cheap to live in Portugal, but I'll show you how much I spend and you can decide for yourself. Okay, so we're pulling up to Tivoli now, as you can see over there, and I usually park on the side of the road here. This is not free parking. I will show you guys how much it costs to park and how to operate the parking meter. If you look at the signs over here, it says Retire aqui o seu bilhete, which means get your ticket here. So that's where the parking machine is. So I'm just going to park into here. There's a few people behind me, but quickly get into here. Quick squiz. I don't know when Tesla's going to release the auto park feature with this new hardware, so I haven't been able to test that. That's where the parking machine is. So I'm going to go get one now and we'll show you what you need to do. So all you need to do here is you need to put some coins in and it tells you what the prices are. So if you look closely, I'm going to put in 20 cents and then it's going to tell me it's 15 minutes. It's going to end at 3:23. It is right now 2:50, almost 5. So you just press this and you press this button. Each machine works differently, so this is not necessarily going to be the same everywhere, but this one you get the ticket and your ticket shows when you're going to be parking until. So it shows here for the 14th of February, which is today, I can park till 3:23. What you do is you put it inside your window, and when the ticket officer comes, they can see that you've paid up till then. I have now about actually a little bit more than 15 minutes. Obviously, I think you get 15 minutes free, which is pretty cool. And we're going to head through to Tivoli. As you can see, it's a beautiful day in the Algarve, as usual. And we're going to get ourselves a cafe latte. So Tivoli is actually located right here on the marina. So you can see all these beautiful boats and yachts. And there's a few restaurants down there as well. I've tried a few different places for coffee. And here in Vilamoura, the coffee at Tivoli is very good. This coffee is really good. It is €4. It is on the high side. You can get coffees starting from €1. There's a wide range of prices that you can enjoy coffee here in the Algarve, but I do like this coffee very much, so I like to treat myself here. Another reason why I like buying the cafe lattes from Tivoli and this other place called Levels in Cavuero is because they have traditional cafe lattes as we know it internationally. The coffee that is local to Portugal, if I went to a local coffee shop, most of the time when people talk about coffee, they refer to something called a bica, which is an espresso. And I obviously like drinking coffee with milk, and the Portuguese variant of the cafe latte is either made de leite or the gelao, which are slightly different to the international cafe lattes as we know it. So if you want a cafe latte that you can get in the US or anywhere else in the world, Tivoli has got really good cafe lattes. The gelao isn't bad, it's just different. So normally I pay about €1.80 to €2.30 for a gelao at a local joint, and if you want an espresso or an Americano, those usually go for as low as 80 cents. The next place we'll be going to is one of my favorite grocery stores. We'll be visiting 2 grocery stores on this trip, Pingo Doce as well as Apolónia. Apolónia is an Algarve only chain, and the reason why we're going to 2 different supermarkets to buy my groceries is because Apolónia has some import items that aren't available locally in Portugal, and for example the milk that we buy is actually imported from Spain, So I'll show you some of the items that we're going to buy. We're on the way to Apolónia in Almansell, and then on the way back I'm going to drive past the Pingo Doce in Villamora, so I'll stop by there to get the rest of my groceries. Okay, we're going to be arriving here at Apolónia. This is the Almansell branch. There's 3 branches, one in Albufeira or Galé, and the other in Lagoa. I've only been to this one and the one in Lagoa, so this one's a little bit smaller. I prefer the other one, but I'll show you guys around when I arrive and pick out some items that we normally get from here. Unfortunately, here in Portugal, most of the grocery stores do not allow dogs, so we usually leave Finley in the car, in his seat over here, and we put on dog mode. There's actually signs.
Really?
Yeah. Caviar chips. Okay, so just go through some of the stuff that we bought here at Apolónia. You can't get these at the other grocery stores, which is why we get these at Apolónia. The first is our staple milk, Centero de Leche. This is from Spain. This milk is really good. In Portugal, it seems like there's not many fresh milk options. A lot of the milk is actually box milk or long life milk, so we're not really used to that. We usually drink fresh milk, and we found that this milk is one of the most delicious milks. We tried to eat as much organic, or in Europe it's called biologica products as possible. I know that Portugal, as well as the rest of the EU, has banned a lot of pesticides as well as genetically modified organisms. This does give us the extra layer of comfort when we buy the organic produce. The next item we get is this kimchi. We love kimchi. If you don't know what kimchi is, it's like a Korean sauerkraut. And basically this one at Apolónia is really good as well. It tastes very authentic. This is also organic. To tell if something's organic in Europe is the green flag with the leaves. And as you can see on the milk, it was present as well. The next item is mostly for my girlfriend. I don't really eat this, but it's Greek style yogurt from Pure Nature. This is a Dutch brand as far as I can tell. I recently got a Bialetti mocha pot, which we used to use in South Africa a lot. We had to buy some ground coffee because I don't have a grinder yet, so I'm going to try this Roastworks Coffee Company, Colombia. This is actually from the UK. Then we have the sushi rice. I really like this organic sushi rice. It is a little bit on the expensive side because you're only buying 500 grams. Finally, we have 2 snacks that we discovered today. We haven't tried these before. Apolónia has a lot of these luxury snacks. They have this Torres Selecta caviar crisps or chips made in Spain. I wonder how this tastes. I'll probably do a review on this. This looks really interesting. And then we got the Plaza del Sol, also a Spanish brand. This is truffle crisps. We've tried truffle crisps before, other brands, and it's really good. So I'm pretty sure this one's gonna be really good as well. Neither of these seem to be organic, but hey, you don't have to eat everything organic. Okay, so we're arriving at Pingo Doce. Pingo Doce is a Portuguese chain, one of my favorite grocery chains. They have a wide selection of products, and this specific one in Villamora I especially like because it is nice and clean, and they have everything that I need, and they have a nice cafe as well. I'll show you guys, and the prices are very reasonable, especially compared to Apolónia. But obviously you can't really compare like that because Apolónia is more of an import store rather than a local grocery store. I'll be buying some groceries here and we'll do a haul at the end. Yeah. Let me know, I just need to do this. So good. Third.
Yeah, the one.
Oh, 80 something 7 cents. Grab one. Gingerbread. 48 cents.
No
No discounts today. So we got most of our stuff at Pingo. The total was $26.69. There wasn't any. Oh, there was a discount. There was a €1.19 discount. Oh, that was on the fish. The fish was discounted. So the first item I got was, I'm not going to take it out of the bag because it's kind of wet. And it is the fish. We got this fish called bentao. It's a red fish. Next we got this natural orange juice, $4.50. I love this because you get to squeeze it yourself. It's completely fresh, no additives, nothing besides pure organic oranges. Next we got these organic garlic, organic eggs. So unfortunately today they didn't have any organic meat. We got the Angus beef, and this is without any antibiotics and no hormones. So if you want to know what that looks like, look at this label here. We also got our favorite bananas, the Madeira bananas. These are organic as well, delicious. We got one avocado. This is Hass avocado. Some ginger for my fish that I'm gonna steam. We're gonna be making a stir fry with the beef. So we got a pepper. We got a bag of onions, cebola rosa, which is red onions. This in total came up to just under €30. So this combined with Apollonia groceries came to about €65-70. Do note though that I bought 2 bottles of milk, mainly because it was on special, so maybe I should remove the milk. So this will be about 3 days worth of groceries for myself. So I think we'll divide this by 3. This is the amount that I've spent today on groceries. So we are arriving here at Mars Shopping. We are going to have a burger for dinner at Talo Burger. They have really excellent burgers. And we're going to be watching a movie at the NOS Cinema. One interesting thing that I learned about NOS Cinema is my Portuguese isn't there yet, so I can't actually watch movies in Portuguese. But the movies are always shown in original language, and they have Portuguese subtitles. So if you're a foreigner or an expat in Portugal, NOS Cinemas show their shows in original language. Usually only kids shows are dubbed, and there is a designation that it's going to be dubbed. So you can always ask the staff at NOS to explain that to you. But we're going to be watching Anyone But You, I think. This is also the first time we're watching a movie in Portugal. I actually don't know how much it costs, so it's going to be a surprise to me as well. So we'll see you guys inside. As you can see, we're passing the superchargers that I charged at the other day. It is very full now because it's off-peak. People usually charge here off-peak because it's 32% cheaper than peak time, which is between 6 and 10 p.m. at night. So that's a pro tip as well. If you own a Tesla or you want to get a Tesla and you want to save some money, make sure that you're charging either at home or at work if your work offers charging. But if you are only able to charge the supercharger because you live in an apartment without any outlets, make sure that you charge at the superchargers at off-peak times. That is another great way to pay less for driving. Okay, I'm going to park now and we'll see you inside.
Yeah.
Cool guys, so we're back home now, and the last thing, obviously this wouldn't be a Tesla channel if I didn't consider how much charge I used today. We started the car with 3 kilowatt hours used since the last charge. I had fully charged it last night, so now it's 11, which means I used 8 kilowatt hours, depending on how much it is when you charge. Off peak is usually 28 cents or 29 cents per kilowatt hour here in Portugal at the superchargers, or 37 cents on peak. I charged on peak last time, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to get the midway point between on peak and off peak, because sometimes you're going to be charging off peak, sometimes you're going to be charging on peak. Bear in mind that if you charge at home or at work, it is cheaper, so potentially your costs will be lower than this. As you can see, I've been driving very efficiently. The previous drive was 20 kilometers and I did 99 watt-hours per kilometer, which is way below the rated range. So if I go check the drive, the rated range of the last trip, I did 1.3% less than what it estimated that I would consume. So you can obviously drive more conservatively and not spend as much. The final thing that I want to include is my rent and insurance for the car. I also have worldwide medical healthcare insurance, so that I'll include as well. And all of these I'm going to prorate daily so that we can see how much it costs per day. And I'm going to add it all right at the end. And here's going to be the breakdown. So pause the video if you want to see what the breakdown is and the absolute total of how much it costs for me to spend a day living in Portugal. Thank you for watching my video. As always, if you like my content, remember to click the like button and subscribe. It really helps my channel. Thank you so much for tuning in again, and have a great day.